Hello, and welcome back to Between Two Torches. I'm Elliette Barrows, and today I'm joined by Emma Murray, a senior here at Lasell studying fashion design. Welcome, Emma.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. To start off, why did you choose to come to Lasell?
I chose to come to Lasell because of the fashion design program here, and when I toured it and got to see the studio in person, I was absolutely floored by all the machines, the irons, all the mannequins, and the Donahue building is just absolutely fabulous. So much space to work and so many opportunities.
And walk me through, how did you get into sewing? What made you want to study fashion?
Okay, so it all started off when I was a little girl. My mom had a big box of fabric. She used to make curtains in our house and like little throw pillows and stuff. So I would always play around with that fabric, like draping it over myself. I had no idea what I was doing, but I always just like loved playing with fabric. And then growing up, I loved to style myself too. And I didn't get really serious until I got to high school when I took my first sewing class. And from there, I just fell in love with the craft and decided I wanted to go to school for fashion design.
So your fashion brand is called Wasted Fashion. How did you come up with that name?
So actually, I think it was senior year English class. We had to come up with like a website for whatever we were into. So if you were into like music, I was into fashion, so it was easy if you were into sports. So my English teacher senior year had us all come up with like a little brand, a little exercise brand. It was like a English media class pretty much. So one of my friends actually helped me come up with the name. I had no idea what to call it. And then he actually was like, what about wasted, but spell it like your waist? And I was like, oh my goodness, that's actually amazing. So I personally cannot take credit for it. My friend came up with it, but ever since then, I've just always used it.
And do you still have your website, or?
No, not that website. No, it was a Wix website, and then I was like, I have to go on to something a little bit more professional. So I went on to like Adobe.
And so you created the brand idea in your senior year of high school, but what made you want to start making it into an actual fashion brand? And when did that begin?
So junior year is when I really got started with sewing. Senior year is when I came up with the brand. And then freshman year of college, I actually was really into like styling and dressing up. So that's when I made my Instagram account. And then it was really over COVID. I just recently had back surgery, so I wasn't able to do anything. And it was COVID. So I'm like, what am I going to do? You know, I have nothing to do. You know, I can't really get up and go for walks or anything. So I came up with this game plan to do like matching sets. So like getting an oversized t-shirt, making it a crop top and making shorts out of it. And then that's when I really started selling on Etsy, and it just kind of took off from there, and I fell in love with it.
So do you upcycle?
Yes. Yeah. I love sustainability. Absolutely. Like one of my favorite things is upcycling. So that's what I mainly focus on. Yeah.
How do you go about making your brand sustainable?
So I mostly get my fabrics from thrift stores. So it's like a curtain, a sheet, old t-shirts, jeans, I'll make things out of. So it's buying secondhand and creating something new from that.
And how would you describe the style of wasted fashion?
I think the style always changes to how I'm feeling that specific like mini collection. I don't know. I've just had so many different ideas that I think mostly it's unique, colorful, and really fun.
And how do you go about creating your designs?
Honestly, I get really inspired by music and shopping at the thrift stores. Like if I find like a really fun pattern in like a skirt or a dress, I'll buy that dress or the skirt and then just come up with fun ways to recreate it, like maybe adding it onto like a shirt, like adding fun sleeves to it. So yeah, like that.
And how do you make your clothes?
How do I make them? Like
the process.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I start off by, I do sometimes go to the fabric store and buy fabric. I don't normally, honestly, I just go all in. I don't sketch, I don't plan before I do anything. I just do it. And then when I'm sewing, I'll try it on and be like, no, I want to change this, I want to change that. So honestly, it's just very random, but very like fun. It's a fun process.
I like that. So you're just like impulsive.
Exactly.
Like, this is what I'm making.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you see that in your designs at Lasell, like for school as well, or is that like a completely different process?
So it's a completely different process, but the past few years I've been here, we're told to sketch our design out, make the pattern pieces, and it's like a very long process. But I always end up changing my design because I hate doing it like that. I'm like just so like unorganized when it comes to fashion. Everything else in my life is just like amazingly organized, but when it comes to fashion, I just like go all in, go so random, and then it comes out. So I always just change my design every step of the way.
So just out of curiosity, you prefer to have the like spontaneous, creative, like that's the way you like to design. You don't like the sketching.
No, I do not like the sketching, and I'm not really that good at it either.
So I saw on your Instagram that you recently trademarked and patented wasted fashion.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
What made you decide to do that?
Actually, I have to give so much credit to my Aunt Mary. She is the one that, she's really good with that like type of business stuff. So she's the one that actually recommended it for me. And I was like, yeah, why not? You know, I didn't know it was actually going to go through or not. And it took her a year and a half to do it. So much time. It had to be in like the newspaper for like a certain amount of time to make sure that it wasn't taken by anybody else. And then one day she's like, it's all done. Like, it's all finished. It's your Christmas present. And it was finished, the patent. And it's trademarked now.
That's really cool. And you're wearing one of your
Yes, I am.
wasted
This is
fashion
actually
shirts.
going to go into the Studio 1851. I'm going to be a spotlight artist for the month of November. So I was like, might as well wear it. The sleeves are made out of old curtains. And then this is just a thrifted t-shirt. And then the little patches are made from like jeans, pants, and another pair of pants. And then I just did like a little stamp on it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you're going to be a spotlight artist at 1851, the store. What does that mean?
So it means a lot. 1851 actually, you can apply to be a spotlight artist, so pretty much anybody can do it. And I was one last semester, and it seriously was absolutely amazing. The opportunity that they gave me was unlike anything else. I am able to make whatever clothes I want and sell them in their store. They promote me, market my brand and everything, and then they sell the clothes in their store. And I think they get 15%, and I get the rest. They'll write me a check at the end of it, which is so great. It's such a great opportunity and awesome experience.
That's really cool. And it's great. So perfect timing for this interview to come out.
Exactly.
So now,
It was meant
if
to
you're
be.
watching this, you can go buy some wasted fashion at the Studio 1851. What is your favorite part of having this brand?
I think the creativity aspect. I'm like a super creative person. I've never really been like into school and reading and math and all that stuff. So when it comes to like art and having something that is all me and that I could be like super creative with and very unique with, it's just amazing. I love it. Did that answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you said that it is unique. What makes wasted fashion stand out and unique compared to other brands?
So the brand right now, I'm working to make it 100% sustainable. Like I said, buying secondhand clothing and remaking it into something new. But also each piece is unique because it's one of a kind. No piece is ever the exact same. And it's all handmade, it's a small business, it's super fun, to wear.
Do you do commissions, or is it just you make something and you put it out?
I make something and just put it out. I don't normally do commissions just because I like just doing what I want to do, which sounds not really that great, but I just like love having my own freedom.
I think that's the whole point of
Yeah,
having
exactly,
it.
exactly.
And where do you see wasted fashion going in the future?
That's a hard question. Definitely becoming a huge brand. I'm manifesting that to become, a worldwide brand, and definitely taking sustainability like as a number one ethic.
What has been the biggest struggle that you've faced while creating this
I
brand?
think the biggest struggle is, like I said, I love the creative side. I love sewing, cutting, everything. I think the biggest struggle is marketing myself because I'm not really a big social media user, not even on my personal Instagram. So posting on my Wasted Fashion, I try to do it as much as I can, but I'm just really not good at marketing myself, you know? So I think that's the biggest struggle, yeah.
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
fine, yeah.
exactly.
What has been the best part of having this brand?
The best part has been where it has came to nowadays. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my brand, which is amazing. And this is such like a great opportunity, as well as the spotlight artist. So I think I give a lot of thanks to Lasell because they have so many different opportunities to make something bigger than it was.
And for aspiring fashion designers, is there any advice that you can give to new students or just people that want to get into fashion?
I think just being yourself, you know, and taking everything that you can to be creative. And like I said before, just being yourself. I think that's the most important thing.
And to end off, is there anything else you want to say, and what ways can people follow along with your brand and your story?
The best way people can follow along is following my Instagram account, wasted_fashion. And it has my portfolio, my website, and all the different projects I've done on that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you so much for having me.
Of course, I cannot wait to see what you're going to be putting into Studio 8251 and to
Yay.
keep seeing what you create.
Great, thank you so much.
Of course. That is going to be all for this episode of Between Two Torches. Make sure you follow LCTV on all our social medias and come back next Tuesday for an all-new episode. In the meantime, I'm Elliette Barrows, and thanks for watching.